Even though Quinn had scored again in a midweek Anglo-Italian Cup game, he was still back on the bench against Bristol City to make way for Gavin Peacock. Keegan admitted it was a desperately tough decision, but at the end of 90 minutes, nobody could argue.
Finding his man that time, but Peacock is chasing it, and Kelly, so swift there to get a shot in. Now, free kick from an interesting distance, to say the least. Who's going to have a go? It's O'Brien. Marvellous goal from Liam O'Brien. Superb. Newcastle coming forward again. Kelly battling and doing so well to get control, but that's a penalty. Kelly gets his reward, and that's a definite spot kick. Gavin Peacock now for 2-0. Easy for Peacock. Newcastle well in charge. Now Lee Clark lays it off for Peacock. Peacock going for the byline. Only just away there. Clever football again from Newcastle. Up the line by Beresford. Carr just stretching out a foot. Clark keeps the move going. More neat, clever football here. And Franz Carr. Oh, where did he get that one from? Franz Carr. Well, that's one right out of his special video collection, I'm sure. Here he goes again. Chipped right over the top. The keeper absolutely stranded. And right in that far corner. Storming forward, they all want to get involved now. Kelly and Peacock, and that's another penalty for Newcastle. And Peacock now with a chance of his second from the penalty spot. No mistake at all. Ice cool Gavin Peacock. 4-0 now. A double substitution. Quinn and Brock coming on now. Dying to get into the action. So a rare test here for Newcastle on defence. And away off the line there by Venison, picked up deep now. O'Brien through the middle. Here comes Kevin Brock. First time, it's 5. Brock, the substitute, wraps it up. Still Newcastle pressing forward. No satisfying them tonight. It's Peacock now. Oh, that would have been another marvellous goal for Gavin Peacock. And no wonder Keegan's delighted.
Mickey Quinn, I threw him a black and white shirt last week and I said to him, it's yours, keep it. And he did more than enough to keep it, and I snatched it back off him. And I suppose that was totally out of order, but it was Gavin Peacock coming back. And Gavin gives us another dimension to the game, and I just had to do it, and it was tough, but that's my job, and Mickey Quinn took it great.
I'm a tracksuit manager then.
Despite United's all-conquering start, the manager was still looking to strengthen his squad. £700,000 went on Charlton Athletic's Robert Lee, who was snatched from under the noses of local rivals Middlesbrough. 24 hours later, Lee was facing the Borough in a League Cup tie that couldn't provide a goal. Back in the league, the team kept on churning out the wins. Newly promoted Peterborough had built a reputation as a resilient outfit. Newcastle kept their run going thanks to a single goal set up by Lee Clark and converted with Kevin Sheedy's much-respected left foot. Newcastle United hadn't played Brentford in a league match for 44 years, and they arrived at Griffin Park with Kevin Keegan celebrating his award as the country's Manager of the Month, a feat achieved by just 3 of his predecessors. Last season's third division champions weren't about to spoil the occasion.
And Kelly through the middle here, they were looking around for a flag, and Kelly, and he's got it. It's a goal for Newcastle. David Kelly on the break. Now Lee Clark skipping around the outside and wide for Beresford. And Lee turns. And look at It's Gavin Peacock. It's 2-0. Taking the ball forward. What a bad ball towards Listed. He's got away. And he's put that one right in the back of the net.
By now, the football-mad public of Tyneside just couldn't get enough of Keegan's inspirational team. Thousands were locked out every game and the club had to make home matches all tickets. David Kelly scored the only goal of the game against Tranmere to make it 10 out of 10. Sunderland, the old enemy, hadn't lost to Newcastle at home for 36 long years. A Newcastle win would equal the club's best unbeaten start to a season set back in 1950. It would also be on par with the First Division record of 11 wins at the start of a season set by Spurs' magnificent double-winning side of the early 60s. But for the fans, it wasn't the record book that was the motivation. It was local pride.
Square for O'Brien. Venison supporting. Neat football. Kelly got a real shove in the back there. Venison. Peacock, lovely ball to Robert Lee. And it's in, and Newcastle have taken the lead. Kevin Brock's on the end of it. 12 minutes gone, Newcastle strike first. Hours.
There is
Across to Armstrong, and Armstrong, the substitute, equalises.
no fancy Liam O'Brien over the wall.
Here goes O'Brien. Beautifully done by Liam O'Brien. That was absolute perfection. Newcastle back in front, and O'Brien scores again.
Reading's all-time record start to a season of 13 straight wins was now in sight, but Newcastle United finally came back down a little nearer to earth against Grimsby Town. It took a cracking opportunist goal from Jim Dobbin to inflict the team's first defeat. But that spectacular run hadn't just served up magnificent entertainment, it had opened up a 9-point gap on nearest rival Swindon Town, and with the game still in hand, it was the foundation for promotion. The week that followed was a shock to the system for fans who'd come to regard winning almost as a fact of life. After being knocked out of the Coca-Cola Cup by Chelsea, a trip to Leicester City brought a third defeat in 8 days.
Steve Thompson will take it. Looking for Walsh and finding him. It's a goal! What a marvellous start! And Leicester City are in front with less than 3 minutes gone. Low the scorer. Howie. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. And this time surely Davison has to score. He has! Newcastle United free kick in a really dangerous position. And it's O'Brien. No! What a wonderful goal that was. Well, you won't see many better free kicks than that. An absolute classic.
Newcastle got back to their winning stride on a bizarre night at Birmingham. Keeper Tommy Wright had made an outstanding contribution to the team's progress, but by half-time he was out of the game with concussion, leaving Kevin Brock a surprising but determined deputy.
Newcastle being pushed further back now, and a good cross, and Speedy, 1-1. David Speedy. So many players in that goal mouth, but Scott gets to it first. His first of the season, Kevin Scott. And that's another equaliser from Potter this time. 2-2 Birmingham. It's all happening here. O'Brien, that's a great ball through. And still Newcastle into space for Carr. Oh, a comical goal, but they all count for Newcastle. Brock, it's Kevin Brock, the deputy goalkeeper, getting to that one. Again, Brock stands firm. Now, Kevin Brock, what a contribution from him, standing in for Tommy Wright, and Keegan appreciating that effort.
Keegan had proved to be an instant success as a manager, then his old England teammate Glenn Hoddle was also carving out an impressive reputation with Swindon Town. The long-awaited clash of the two promotion contenders confirmed their commitment to good football, even though the game ended a little surprisingly in a goalless draw. By the phenomenal standards they'd set themselves, Newcastle were going through a lean spell of 1 win in 6 league and cup games, but they proved it was only a temporary hitch away at Charlton.
Kelly, it's there. Gavin Peacock. Clark, brilliant effort there to get the ball into the middle. Kelly first time. Peacock was in there. And that's 1-0. Charlton looking to strike back quickly. A fine save from Cernicek. Great reactions. Beresford through the legs. Beresford's strength carrying him on. A neat pass outside. And so close again for Peacock. Now Robert Lee. And Peacock against the club he used to support. Another great goal. Terrific reactions from Gavin Peacock, unstoppable. No wonder he's celebrating. 2 for Peacock. Charlton trying to get some way back into this game, and they pulled one back now through Gary Nelson. Venison nicely tucked through there. Kelly beaten to it. Lee Clark out wide yet again. And a great header there, and it's Steve Howie, the first of the season for Howie. 3-1. He's absolutely ecstatic about it. Scott beaten in the air there. No chance here to pull one back, but Cernicek again. Great reactions. Lee Clark's corner kick. Peacock, fine save.
Obviously, it's always lovely to come to London, the capital, and play well. I thought we played ever so well. If you look at us individually, we've no real great height in the side, so we've got to get it down on the floor, knock it about, and that's what we try to do. A lot of people think you can't do it in what is the old second division, now the first division, but I believe you can, and we're going out every week trying to prove that, and at the moment we're certainly getting it right.
Before United took the field again, Kevin Keegan announced the transfer listing of 9 players. The inclusion of midfielder Kevin Brock was a surprise to many. The departure of Mickey Quinn and Franz Carr, neither of whom could command regular places at Newcastle, underlined the strength of Keegan's squad when both found Premier League purchasers, Quinn going to Coventry and Carr to Sheffield United.